about to begin.
Oh, no worries. On my way. How about you today?
Absolutely.
Righteous.
Tubular.
Awesome. Dude, you're totally talking like a turtle.
Hi there. You know, anyone can learn to draw the Disney characters at the Animation Academy.
Gosh, they can?
You bet, Mickey. It's easy and a lot of fun.
Gee, what are we waiting for?
The next show starts right away, so come on, give it a try.
Did you say Animation Academy? Well, holy moly, guacamole. Let's go. I don't want to miss the show now. They said it's starting right now. It's about 4 minutes ahead of time. Hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome back to another wonderful evening here with the Quack Pack live in the California Adventure Park. And it looks like we have a new friend with us tonight, Taylor Manley. Hope I said that right. Hi, Taylor, and welcome. First time catching a YT stream. Well, welcome to the YouTube channel. It's where we first started 2 years ago, and I really do enjoy being on YouTube just as much as I do on TikTok. I don't know what to do with my hands, but let's get in line because there's a flurry of people entering, so we're gonna get in line. I don't want to miss it, and then we'll do a little know before you go for September here at Disneyland. I'm excited though. I really do enjoy the Animation Academy. There's a little bit of a line forming, so I'm gonna get in line. I don't want to miss out. I tend to do that sometimes. Last I see the light, it's like the fog has lifted. Hands are working. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm glad my hands work. Hi, Rapunzel. So we're gonna get inside. It looks like the doors might be opening soon. People are moving forward. And the park closes at 9 tonight. Hi there. Just one, please. Ooh, the last one. The last one in the stack, at least. They have plenty of these to go along. But have your pen, your paper, your pencil, your writing utensil ready because we're doing it again. Is it upside down? I always hold things upside down too. Class will be starting shortly. I like this. I've been thoroughly. It's upside. Whoa! It's been upside. I'm gonna keep it upside down. I've been thoroughly enjoying doing the Animation Academy, especially here, because we can go back, rewind. Wow, that's bright. We can go back, rewind, and you know, draw it again and again. Now, I don't think I put a Discord link in the chat or in the description, but I can put one in after because I love seeing your artwork as you draw along with us. It's really fun. I really do enjoy that. And you guys are such good artists. So we're going to shuffle on in. Fill in all available space in front of you. Okay, I can do that. I'm gonna head to this corner, excuse me, right behind you. Make room for the people behind me. And we're gonna draw. I look, hello there. I'm all super close right now. This is probably the most crowded I've seen the last, I'm gonna hold it upside down one more time. The last Animation Academy, there we go. It's probably the most crowded, it's the largest crowd I've seen at this time of night. Not bad. It's a full class. I love a good lecture. Ooh, I'm excited. I didn't even look at who I'm drawing tonight. So have your papers ready. Have them ready. The doors should be open. And my watch is covered too. I can't even see the time. Have your papers ready, have your pens and pencils ready. And it's gonna be a good little time. We might get some poor signal right here under this awning that we're under, but have no fear. Good signal will be back with us once we get into the classroom. And it is just about 8:30. I know my watch tends to run a few minutes before. That way I'm not late. Yeah, looks right to me. Let me make sure I'm holding it like this. I'm just making sure I have everything on mine. Yep, everything is here. All my personal effects. You guys are here. Ooh, and the AC is feeling quite immaculate right here. Wow. You're a college graduate yourself, RJ? Nice. Me too. I do like it because it's like that college environment, kind of like a classroom environment. What's going on with my hair today too? It's all curly whirly today. But here we shall wait. There's a lot of people, so I'm just here hanging out on the camera. Hi there. Hello, I see you over there. I see you over there too. And hey, you down there. I see you. Ringo, I see you. Okay, there's just a lot of people heading on in, so I'm just gonna keep the camera facing this way for now. You can look up at the HVAC and check out that HVAC up there. Wow, ooh, fancy HVAC. I can feel it way down here. Spooky. It's okay. Sometimes links. You changed your name. Sometimes the links don't work all the way. I'm gonna let some people flood in front of me. That way I can make sure I'm at the end of the road. And then we're gonna get drawing right now. We're heading in. Woo! Well, welcome in. Let's get doodling today. Now, I did not look at who we're drawing right now. I wonder who it is. It's a healthy amount of people in here tonight. And I'll flip you around now that we're heading in. I love it. I got my paper the right way now. It looks almost the same. All the way down. Yellow. Lots of space down here. If you need to move any stacks of paper, I might be walking a row for you. Please feel free to do so. Looks like we opened up purple as well. You want to get a little bit closer? Oh, go purple.
Space down here.
I like purple.
We'll head to that purple row. It's going to be your best friend.
Sweet.
Welcome in, everyone.
I'm ready to draw. Let me know how the signal is. And there it is. We picked up.
Paper again on the end of every single row.
All right, you guys are gonna sit right here next to me.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the
Have
Animation
fun.
Academy. How are we doing tonight? Oh, okay. I'm glad that 3 people are doing good. The rest of you, you're here for a little bit more AC, just like the last thing you do before you go home, right? You're like, wake up my brain a little bit. But welcome to the Animation Academy, everyone. My name is Vanessa. I'm going to be teaching your class. Up at the top of the stairs is my good friend Manny. He's here for you today. If you need something during class, extra help, your pencil breaks, wave your hand in the air. If you just don't care, one of us will be able to assist you. Right now, we're standing by your exit doors. If you got to step out early, same 3 doors you entered into are going to be your exit doors. You can give any of them a nice big push. They'll take you right back out to the courtyard. Let's talk about the character we're going to be drawing today. It's Halloween season here at the Disneyland Resort, so we're drawing a lot of our villains here at Animation Academy. This villain, she's very fabulous, like so many of our villains are. She's a fashion designer. She's got a thing for fur, right? And maybe a thing for puppies as well. You guys know who we might be drawing? Cruella. Yeah, we're going to be drawing Cruella De Vil here in class. Grab your boards, your papers, and your pencils. And before we get started, I want to ask how many of us are new to Animation Academy by show of hands? Okay, quite a few of us. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking us out. Welcome back to my alumni as well. If you take a look at the ends of your pencils, you'll notice we're missing erasers, right? That's on purpose. That's because what we do here at Animation Academy is called rough sketching. And that means we're going to start off really light with our lines, very sketchy, messy, like the name implies. And then if we like our shapes, we're going to go back and darken up the features that we want to keep later. It's a technique animators have been using at the studios for about 100 years now, so it's tried and true. So with all that in mind, are we ready to get started on our sketches of Cruella De Vil today?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. First shape we're going to start off with is actually an oval here. But I'll teach you the secret to making good ovals, and that's to lock your wrist and use your shoulder. Let it roll around in the socket. You'll have a much easier time getting nice fluid circles that way. Or really, when you're drawing, you want to use your whole arm as opposed to, say, your wrist. Your wrist is good for small movements like writing. When you're drawing, you want to make these nice big fluid movements. So using your whole arm is really the way to go. Right around the center of my paper is where I'm going to start my oval shape. It's going to be taller than it is wider. Mine's probably going to be about the size of an egg. But you have a very nice large piece of paper there, so feel free to scale up this size, make it a little bit bigger. I'm not just drawing in one oval, I'm drawing in a whole bunch. That way I can choose which lines and which curves of this oval I want to keep later. But I don't have to worry about making it a perfect oval or anything like that. Her head shape is not a perfect oval anyway. I want to divide this oval here with some guidelines to help me keep Cruella nice and symmetrical here. So right down the center, I'm going to place down a vertical guideline, and a little bit lower than halfway, I'd say, I'm going to place down this horizontal guideline here.
Yeah.
With this in place, I can start to form out the silhouette. That's everything that's really framing her face here, starting with her chin. So I'd say either third of the bottom of my circle, I'm going to place down these two little tick marks here. And then to bridge the gap, I'm going to go ahead and add in this stretched out letter U shape here. This is building up her chin. Now, Cruella, she looks very skeletal, right? She's got these really big, dramatic cheekbones. Angelina Jolie wishes she was Cruella, right? She's got like this very sharp chin. She's got a lot of these sharp angles in general. It helps her look nice and scary. And that just has to do with what we call shape language in animation. Now, our brains, they kind of work in a really funny way, and they can tell us certain things, or they can give off certain signals just by looking at certain shapes. When we see round characters like Baymax or Winnie the Pooh, we can tell just by looking at those characters that they're going to be good characters, that they're kind, that they're cuddly. But when we look at our sharp, angular characters, characters like Maleficent, right, or Scar, these villain characters that are made up with these very sharp angles, it tells us maybe that there's someone you want to stay away from, maybe someone that you can't exactly trust. So that's just how our brains work when it comes to animation with shape language here. I added in these cheekbones with these sort of greater than or less than symbols, I would say. And I also added in some earrings for her, just kind of hanging off of these cheekbones. With all this in place, I can start to lock in a couple of these features. If you're new to Animation Academy, or if you've just never heard that term before, it means I'm going to start to pick my favorite lines here, and I'm going to start to make them nice and dark so that they stand out against the rest of the lines on my paper. All of my messy and sketchy lines will sort of fade away in the process, so really that's the power of rough sketching. If you don't have a line that you like quite yet and want to lock in for yourself, you can just sketch out a new line until you do like it, and then you can lock that one in. If you keep everything really light to start off with, only the dark lines you really notice in your final sketch here. So I'm going to lock in everything that's below my horizontal guideline here, because I still have some features that I want to add in up on the top. But I'm going to head away from the silhouette here, and I'm actually going to start to add in a couple of her facial features, just to make sure they all fit within her head shape here. A good place to start off whenever you're sketching in any kind of face is the nose here. So right at the intersection of my guidelines, I'm going to place down this upside down letter V here. So she does have a very pointy upturned nose. I'm going to bring down these little C curves. It's going to look like the top of a spade here. That's really the shape that you need for her nose. You can also see her nostrils here because her nose is so upturned. So we can add in these little apple seeds here, these little sesame seeds, pointed inwards here, right in the middle of her nose. Her upturned nose helps her look kind of snobbish, kind of uppity, right? And that's a lot of what her personality is. I want to give her a grimace here, like she's snarling, right? That's the word I'm going for. Kind of snarling, kind of gnashing her teeth together. So right underneath her nose, this is kind of a trust the process moment here. I'm going to add in what looks like, almost like a little small smile. But I'm going to bring down the corners here. I'm going to curve down these letter C curves until they get to the bottom of my oval here. That's about where I want to bring it. So we have a very odd looking shape here, what looks almost like the backrest of a couch here. And then I want to add in this little line separating the bottom here, giving it a bit of a bottom. This is actually going to be where her teeth are, so for her bottom lip, I sort of want to match the shape, but a little bit opposite, a little bit thinner. So I'm going to start with these C curves here, right on either side. Again, just a little bit thinner. I won't make them as big as these ones on the top. And then I'll cap it off with this nice stretched out rainbow here. This will give the illusion of that snarled look here. It looks like she's in the middle of chasing down some puppies here. She's driving really wild. So I'm gonna go ahead and start to lock this in, and I wanna lock in the lips here a little bit thicker to make it look like she has some lipstick here. Really all of the villains, they tend to have this very fabulous makeup. I don't know if they have a Sephora in Villainland or what, but they always tend to have really, really nice makeup. So I'm gonna go ahead and give her some nice dark lipstick here. And then I'll just lock in this line right in the middle to make it look like her teeth here. For her eyes, she does have these very tall, expressive eyes, and the shape of them reminds me of tombstones. So I'm gonna hop here to my horizontal guideline, and I'm gonna bring up and around these really tall rainbows here. You can start with the bottom of the eye if you would like as well, and add in these little U shapes here to make it look like she's sleeping or closing her eyes like she's super upset. So if you want to start with the bottom, you can just add in this nice stretched out letter U shape, and then from end to end, add in these nice tall rainbows here. Really up to you, whichever way you'd like to sketch it in to make it nice and even for yourself. But you essentially, again, want these tombstone shapes, and then I'm going to add in some eye bags. For her pupils, you can add in anything that you may like. You can add in some hearts, maybe she's your favorite villain. Maybe you want to add in some stars or swirls or little puppy dogs. Maybe her eyes are spiraling, like when she's super upset when she's driving. Totally up to you, whatever you would like to add in. I would just recommend whatever you do choose, making sure the pupils are nice and dark here. They shouldn't be the darkest parts of your sketch here. To make my Cruella look extra villainous here, I want to give her these really tiny pupils that are pressed closer towards the inner corners of her eyes here. And then again, I'll shade them in nice and dark. Matt Groening, he's the creator of The Simpsons, and he says that he gives his characters these really big eyes, but really tiny pupils, because it makes them look kind of insane. And I always think about that, especially when we're drawing our villains. A lot of them tend to have these really big eyes, these really tiny pupils. While I'm adding this in, I want to talk more about the movie 101 Dalmatians. That's where we first see Cruella. And this movie comes to us in a very interesting time in animation history and really in Walt Disney history. And you can't talk about this movie without talking about Sleeping Beauty, which might sound a little bit odd, right? Those movies are pretty different. But Sleeping Beauty actually was a pretty big turning point for the Walt Disney Company. I'm adding in her eyebrows as I yap away here. But Sleeping Beauty, it proved to be a very expensive film that didn't make its money back, and that proved to be very tumultuous for the Disney Company. Sleeping Beauty almost made the whole company go under because they didn't have a lot of funding for the rest of their movies. They actually had to change the way that they animated the rest of their films. Typically, when you're animating a film, it goes through a lot of people. It starts with the animators who animate with pen and ink on paper, and then it goes to ink and paint, and it goes to cleanup artists. It goes through all of these different channels. But they wanted to cut a couple of corners, so they actually started to take the animators' direct work on their papers and photocopy them onto the cells directly, which is a process called Xeroxing. Xeroxing changed 2D animation because they never went back to animating in that alternate style. And a lot of the animators of this time actually said that they prefer Xeroxing to the typical style of animation because with Xeroxing, it felt more like their work. It didn't go to cleanup artists or anyone like that. It just went straight to the cells. But it gave the quality of these movies a different feel. A lot of the movies that came out around this time had that kind of fuzzy quality to them. In some of the frames you can see the construction lines. Movies like Aristocats or Jungle Book The movies that came out in the time have that kind of fuzzy quality to them, and they kind of come into their own in the Disney animation history, kind of its own era with that fuzzy quality here. I think those movies are looked upon very fondly, which is nice because it would suck if like the cost-cutting measures of those movies made them any less. But the movies and the stories are still really amazing. I added in some bangs here because I'm starting to add in her hair. Once I have the bangs in place, I can just lock in any part of her head that isn't being covered up. I want to add in some hair that's falling to her sides, and really there's no rhyme or reason as you're sketching in her hairdo. You just want to add in a couple of these shark fin shapes, blades of grass shapes, these nice jagged angles here to build up this nice big head of hair for Cruella. Now, something iconic about her design, probably one of the most iconic parts of her design, is that split hair that she has. It's white on one side and black on the other. So once you have the hair in place, you want to go ahead and shade in the left side here. You can take the side of your pencil and use it like a crayon, just sort of add in a little bit of additional shading. I'm just going to take the side of my pencil here, again, shade in that left half. Now really, you could call it quits here if you would like, but I want to add in a little bit more to my sketch, make her look a little bit less like a floating head here, like a shrunken head out of Dr. Facilier's, trinkets here. So I'm going to add in some of her fur coat. What I want to do first is start with where it's wrapping around her body. So I'm going to head right underneath her head shape here, and I'm going to add in a nice little letter Y here. I shouldn't say little, it's a pretty long letter Y here. But this triangle of the Y is right underneath her chin, and then it starts to head outwards to make it look like it's, again, wrapping around her body. Now, this is a very big fur coat that gives her these nice big shoulders. So I'm going to go ahead and add in a couple of these scratchy lines here about where her cheekbones or where my horizontal guidelines are to make it look like that fur texture. You can add in anything else that you would like on your sketch. Maybe you want to give the coat some spots. Ooh. Maybe you want to add in any other character as your background. Maybe you want to add in a couple of puppies. Totally up to you. The last feature that every artist needs before they finish their sketch is actually going to be their signature. So find a place on your paper, sign your name nice and big and proud, because once you do, you have finished your very own sketches of Miss Cruella De Vil. All right, with that, everyone, do we have fun? Yeah, wonderful. That's the most important part of rough sketching. Of art in general, it's just having fun. I want you all to give yourselves a huge round of applause for staying strong and finishing this character. Okay, she is not the easiest.
That's not so bad.
Be sure to take those sketches off your boards, take them home with you, and they are for you to keep. You all graduate from the Animation Academy. That means you can come back for any class for the rest of the day. We'd love to see you again here, but if we don't for now, class is dismissed. Bye, everyone.
Oh, this is something else.
Thank you.
Hey, that was a good one. That's like
All
perfect
right,
for
that is going to do
Halloween.
it for our class. Make sure you grab all of your belongings before you leave. And remember, as she mentioned, your exit doors are the same ones you entered in as we mentioned at the beginning of the show. Those doors are open already. Thank you so much for coming out and learning how to draw with us for the last amount of time for our class and for your day. There is just, what, like 10 minutes left maybe in the park? So jump back in line for
That's a great one.
a new attraction.
It's a unique rendering. I love it.
Have fun, however you wish to spend it. Stay safe, stay tuned. Maybe we'll see you again. But for now, that is it. So bye, everybody. Thank you. See you later. If you want to take a quick exit,
Oh my
use the back
gosh.
row or the very front.
All right, let's get out of here then. I'll show you mine, and I'll put a Discord link. So I gotta see your guys's. That's funny. Oh, that was the hardest one I've ever done. Here, open it up. I folded it if you want to take a look. Oh, there you go.
Oh, it's not that bad.
I feel like mine was starting to look like Frankenstein for a minute. You really used all that space. You guys are funny. Have a good night. Oh. I'll show you guys right now. Let me get out of here. I'll put a Discord link so I can see yours because I really want to see it if you drew along with us. I really want to see yours. This was probably the hardest one I've ever done. in my opinion. It didn't seem like hard. Okay, it's not my best piece of work. I've definitely have better animation academy drawings. But, you know, you win some and you win some. So let's skedaddle. I'm gonna hit the street, and then we can get you guys set up for our little Q&A sesh coming up right now. I'm gonna share some facts about the park with you guys in terms of getting you ready for September. Well, September's here. Happy the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Eddie, thank you for the Discord link. Join us on Discord, guys. I'd love to see your artwork. I'm gonna try to find a place with good lighting. I know it's kind of hard to do out here. We got 5-10 minutes. Let me see if I can find a trash can over here by the Hyperion, and then I can show you my artwork. And the people I was with were hilarious. Their drawings were so funny too. All right, let's find a place and we can set up shop for a little bit, and then we can talk about what you need to know if you're coming to the park this month in September. Happy September. Nick, good to see you. Hope you're well. And yeah, 3 months till the holiday season. So maybe I'll go, I think this is a nice little can. It's out of the way. They have the dance party going on over there. There's like no one dancing. I don't want to make it awkward and show up with the camera and be like, yeah, dance for me. So let me. Oh yeah. I'm gonna put you down right here. I'll show you my artwork. I'll get the microphone in. That way we can talk normally and you can hear me. It's actually a nice background. Maybe I'll stand that way. You know what? I'll do that. Let me just get my stuff out and ready. Call me spaghetti, because I'm ready. Alrighty. Okay, are you ready? Hello, America. It is me, your host, Danny McDuck, with another amazing Picasso. Look at this thing. You're not ready for it. You're not ready for this. Okay, okay, here we go. Hey, it's me, Cruella De Vil. Where are my puppies? Oh my gosh, this is not my best work ever. That was such a fun class though. Everyone's drawings, like we're all showing each other's drawings right now. Some of them were quite funny. Let me just give me a second. I'm gonna put the mic on now. We're gonna mic up so we can talk to you guys about what you need to know here in September. There's a lot going on here in September. Is this ready to go? Okay, that's ready. Is that ready? Hello, testing, 1, 2. Okay, put that on. I'm gonna turn this on. Meow. Okay, we're on. Oh, that's stuck right there. Okay. We're gonna put you on. Did it charge? It should have been charging. It said it was charging. Did you lie to me? Did this lie to me? Well, I guess no mic. It said it was charging in the box, but you know, maybe that's why. Huh. Oh well, no microphone. We'll do it like we normally used to do, or how we normally do it. I thought it'd be something nice because... Oh. Do you have juice or not? I don't know how much battery this has. Interesting. Oh, it's working. Look at that. Okay. So I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna put this right here because it should just catch my voice normally. And let me know if you can hear me. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Are you in there? Is somebody out there? Anyone out there tonight? Anyone there? Can you hear me? I'm gonna check the chat real quick, and then we can get walking, or we can set up shop somewhere and just share this fun little information. You can hear me? Can you hear me? Testing. Is this thing on? Hello. Hello. Hi, Dinosaur King. Hello. Let me know in the chat real quick if this bad boy is working or not. You hear me? Is it better or is it worse? The difference is crazy, Taylor. It's me. I'm here. Hi, Eve. Ivan, you hear me? Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Hey, look at us go. I'm going to show Cruella one more time. Very nice. And well, let's get into it. I might as well just stand here. It's a nice background after all. Hello to that guy. All right, and let me put this away. So it is September here in the Disneyland Resort, and there's a lot happening that you might want to know about. Well, first off, for oh, my magnet. Look at that. There we go. So happy September. There's a lot going on in the resort, and well, whenever I do a little video like this with you guys, one thing I like to share with you first are the ride closures. Should have the photos here ready. Yes, I do. See, I got my notes today. So there's a series of ride closures, and well, right now I would have to say the biggest one is over in Cars Land. Radiator Springs Racers is currently closed pretty much through a majority of the month until September 25th. That's a big chunk of time for the month of September. So keep that in mind if you're coming to DCA. Radiator Springs Racers, the big Cars ride, is closed through the 25th. That is the announced date. Another big ride closing, actually tomorrow, I believe, is Big Thunder Mountain. Big Thunder Mountain will be going down for a refurbishment period without a to-be announced opening date. These are my other magnets over here. Oh, maybe someone left their magnet. I don't know. Is that my magnet? That's not my magnet. Huh. There's like another DJI, like one of these. I know I'm going off track, but one of these things. There's another one on the pillar next to me. Like maybe someone put their mic down and forgot about it, but it's kind of stuck there. Anyways, so Big Thunder Mountain is scheduled to close, I believe, tomorrow. It's either tomorrow's the last day that it is operating, or tomorrow or today, being today, is the last day of operation. But that will be closing September 2nd without a opening date. Also over in Disneyland, you have two of my favorite attractions. In Fantasyland, you have Casey Jr., as well as the river or the storyboat canals. Now, both of those attractions have been down for about 2 weeks now, and we do not have a reopening date. Going around the corner in Fantasyland, or right next door, the Flying Elephants are scheduled to be closed for 2 days for their yearly refurbishment period, September 16th and the 17th. So if you're coming on those days, unfortunately, the Flying Elephants will be closed. Coming up as well on the 15th and through the 17th, Tom Sawyer's Island, Pirate's Lair on Tom Sawyer's Island specifically, it said, will be closed for refurbishment thingy-majigger. I really don't know what's going to go on over there. But the big one, of course, Big Thunder Mountain closing September 2nd with an announcement, a reopening date to be announced in the future. Star Tours is set to open up really soon on the 4th. So we'll see if that sticks around, but Star Tours is set to open September 4th. That's only in 3 days. Hey, look at that. We're almost done with the first day of September already. It's kind of spooky. Over in Main Street, we still don't have the return of Abraham Lincoln. They're currently only showing the Disney story featuring the Walt Disney animatronic, but they do plan in the future to have kind of like a double feature where you can watch the new animatronic with Walt Disney, and then you can also watch the classic Abraham Lincoln version. That's going to be pretty fun. I don't know if there's going to be one show. I don't know, because looking at the stage, the time I went, I saw a curvature on the stage, both behind the animatronic and in front, like this, meaning maybe it's a rotating stage. I wouldn't doubt it. It's probably a rotating stage, but then again, that would be kind of a long presentation. So I think maybe they're going to kind of, in the future, maybe they'll do the Walt Disney story, and then the next show that enters the theater will get Abraham Lincoln. And I'm pretty sure they'll have a whole setup schedule. But for now, no Abraham Lincoln, only Walt Disney. Coming up, though, well, right now we're in the middle of it. Actually, tomorrow we will be having our Oogie Boogie Bash. The park is now closed. We have a few more minutes here to hang out, and then we can also walk and talk too. But I'm gonna let this announcement complete. Oh, I'll be back. Yesterday, today, and always. Eddie, you're gonna miss Casey Genius Storybook. Yeah, they're still closed. We don't have a return date for those, unfortunately. Can we auction off the photo? Well, I'll think about that. Oh, maybe we can. Maybe we can. I kind of like it. It's a good memory with you guys. Okay. Going back to Disneyland ride closures, though, it looks like September 8th through 11th, the Mark Twain will be down. And then following that, later in the month, September 22nd through the 25th, the Columbia will be down. So if you're coming to the park on those days and you're excited about those attractions, hey, they're great attractions. Unfortunately, on those days, again, Mark Twain is September 8th through the 11th, and Columbia is September 22nd through the 25th. But over here in DCA, the only major closure is Radiator Springs Racers. Now, it does say in October, I know this is September, but over in October, we're expecting a closure of PhilharMagic in the first week. I like PhilharMagic. But the big thing, we were talking about it before the announcement, Boogie Bash. Tomorrow we do have our Boogie Bash live stream. I'm unsure if we'll do it on TikTok or here on YouTube. I'll let you guys vote in Discord tonight. Put a little poll up for you guys so you can decide. But Boogie Bash is here, and you want to hear this information if you're coming to the parks for September and through October. Pretty much every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday night, DCA will close early, closing at 6 p.m. So if you have a day ticket and you want to enjoy the wonders of DCA, do you get the moon too? The moon's up there. I don't know if you can see the moon. Anyways, if you're coming on a day ticket and you want to stay the night in DCA, keep in mind on a Tuesday, a Thursday, and Sunday through the month of September and October, DCA will close at 6 p.m. again on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And I took the liberty, I was curious because I know some people only, maybe we buy a ticket, a 2-day ticket or something. Here's the pricing real quick in general for September. First week, highest price I see is on the weekend this Friday. Oh, actually this Saturday at $196 for a single park ticket. That's one park. If you want to have a park hopper ticket this coming Saturday, September 6th, it's going to be $271. It's kind of pricey. Now, going all the way through the month, it looks like weekdays, Tuesdays through Thursdays are a little bit cheaper, with most Tuesdays being $104. For some reason, Wednesday next week is $126. But once you get toward the end of the month, the last 2 weeks, that's when the prices start going up. I'm seeing $126 on average through the week of the 22nd, and then $126 on average as well midweek of that last week, first week of October, last week of September. The most expensive day I see again are the weekends, more specifically on Saturdays at $196 for a single park ticket. Now, if you want to do the park hopper, go into both parks. Just keep in mind Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, DCA does close early. The most expensive I see is a Saturday as well for a park hopper at $271. That's a one-day, two-park ticket. One-day, two-park ticket. $271. Wow. Now, that's the most expensive it gets on those Saturdays through September. If you want to come on a Wednesday, it will be about $169 to $191. I don't know why. Like this Wednesday's $169. Next Wednesday's $191. That's the 10th. On the 17th, $169. And on the 24th, $191. Huh. Now all of this is available through the Disneyland website when you take a look. I looked at the calendar too. Reservations are open for all tickets. Let me check the chat here, see if we've missed anything. If anyone's come and say, "Hey, Moni Mouse, good to see you. How are you doing, Moni Mouse?" Now, when it comes to shows here in the Halloween season, because if you can't tell, behind me it's spooky. It's purple. Um, One of the big shows that everyone has access to if you have a park ticket for Disneyland is the Halloween Screams, woo, with fireworks on select days of the week. Now, that tends to be Friday through Sunday right now. For the fireworks, they don't do them every day of the week. You can look at the Disneyland website on the day that you're coming to see if the fireworks will be happening for Halloween Screams. Now, they do the projections every night, though. So at 9:30, you can hang out on Main Street and watch and hear the spooky sounds and watch the projections. But on those Friday through Sundays, you'll also get the fireworks. So keep that in mind if you're coming on a specific time. It looks like a Friday and Saturday is a good day to come because there's no Oogie Boogie Bash. So you'll be able to go into both parks for as long as they're open. Tonight, Disneyland closes an hour early, I believe at 11, if I'm not wrong. And DCA closed about 5-6 minutes ago. I'm keeping my eyes open for any security, but there's still people coming, making their way out, and then we'll make our way out too. But back to the shows. You have Paint the Night going on at 8:30 and 10:30 p.m. every night. Again, Paint the Night, 8:30, yep, right here on the app, 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. every night for Paint the Night show. I would highly recommend doing the 10:30 p.m. showing. It's a lot easier to get a good spot. Now, that second show starts on Main Street. The first show starts by Small World. So if you are heading into the park and you want to catch that 8:30 p.m. show, and you're like, oh, I'm running a little bit late, don't worry, because it takes about 15 to 20 minutes from 8:30, from the start of the parade. It takes about 15 minutes for it to get from Small World to Main Street. So if you're coming in late, you might be behind the crowd for that 8:30 show. It will be definitely more crowded than the 10:30 show, but you'll be able to catch it if you're running behind time. 10:30 show is a great show. I highly recommend it. There's really no bad spot to watch it from. We've seen it so many times on live with you guys, and I really haven't found a bad spot. Maybe that could be a challenge. Find a bad spot for the parade. But if you're coming and you want to enjoy that Paint the Night parade, don't forget 8:30 and 10:30 p.m. Let's move on. Let's see. Oh, yes. And over in the Disneyland park, we also have Jack and Sally going on in New Orleans Square. You can meet them right if you go to Pirates of the Caribbean and just hang a left around, go into New Orleans Square, you'll see Jack and Sally. There's going to be a line of people waiting outside one of the shops. They tend to do it in between the two shops that they have there, just outside the Pirates exit. They usually start around 11 o'clock in the morning, and they'll run till about 2:30, 3:30. It really depends on their scheduling, what Jack has to do outside of being here in the park, and same goes with Sally. Now, it's not a guarantee that you'll see both characters. We've done it times where we've met just Jack. We've done it times where we met both of them, and sometimes it's Sally. So it's really the luck of the draws. If you're really, really, really want to meet both of them at the same time, I'd highly recommend getting in line in that area at around 10:30, because the line usually opens up at around 11 to start meeting, but they will let you line up a good amount of time before the actual first appearance of their day. Again, they tend to run till the early afternoon, no later than 4 o'clock. It's a great opportunity, though. And this year, I've yet to see them, but I know they changed Jack Skellington. Before, he used to be he still is a face character, but they no longer have the makeup on the person. Before, you can see him, he would talk to you, his lips, and he would have this really awesome makeup job done to make him look like Jack Skellington. But this year, they actually gave him a head. He kind of looks like, from the pictures I've seen, it reminds me of Jack in the Box. You know the Jack in the Box, Jack from Jack in the Box? The big white bobblehead guy? That's what it kind of reminds me of. He has this big head now, so it's no longer a face, like my face covered in makeup anymore, but an actual headed costume. So I've yet to see footage of the interaction. I don't know if he talks through the head or not this year, because before you can have a full-on conversation with Jack and Sally due to that makeup process. And I know I've never seen a headed character, a character with a head over, have a conversation. So I'm unsure of how that will work. Maybe we got to go check it out. We really should check it out. That'd be interesting. What about Sally? I haven't heard anything about Sally having a headed costume. I think they're going to keep her with the makeup so far that I've seen for the Halloween season, but Jack is definitely different this year. First year ever that Jack Skellington isn't a makeup face character. Instead, it is a headed character. So again, I don't know how this will affect your interaction with the two, but it is something interesting. It does look more animated now. He did look, I will say, in the past, he did look a little spooky. That's the best way I can put it. You can tell it's Jack Skellington, but you can also tell it's like, you know. So looking from the photos and stuff, it does look pretty interesting to see this change to a very iconic character that you can meet in the park only during the Halloween time here at Disneyland. Can't wait to see that. If you have seen him, let me know. That'll be pretty cool to know your experience when meeting Jack. But going back to Jack Skellington, we also have a parade here for Boogie Bash. Now, if you're coming to Boogie Bash, remember, every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every Sunday from right now through the end of October, Boogie Bash is happening. I believe tickets are sold out for a majority, if not all of the nights. I think there's a few days open in early September, but other than that, I believe they're all sold out. But if you are coming, there is the Halloween parade that they have featuring Jack Skellington, and that Jack Skellington character also has his head on. So it's a different experience this year, slightly. Nothing too terrible, nothing too crazy. Speaking of characters in Oogie Boogie Bash, we have a new character out and about this year. We have Syndrome from The Incredibles that you can meet. He takes place over where Sid used to be. That's all the way in the back of the park by the roller coaster, just across from the entrance to Mickey's Fun Wheel. I call it Mickey's Fun Wheel. Or the Sun Wheel. Those are the two original names. But the Pixar Pal Around, he's right across that entrance. Now, the treat trails for Oogie Boogie Bash are very good. Don't let the line discourage you. They keep the line moving. But keep an eye open, because for some characters like Hades that you'll meet here in Hollywood, they usually have a split, I've noticed in the past 2 years now, especially for a character like Hades. They have a split, so when you get your candy, you're going to make a U-turn. Whee! And then if you look, there's going to be like a barrier that they put up. And you can be on either side of the barrier. One's a little bit closer to the stage. And I've noticed when you're on that front barrier, you can move a little bit slower. So if you're coming with a camera, maybe you want to get some fun footage, keep your eyes open for those little barriers at the final trick-or-treat candy giver before you meet the characters. I know for Syndrome, where Sid used to be, that's just one pass by, but he's very close to you anyways. But maybe they did that this year. I don't know. I come tomorrow, so I'm very excited. Speaking of coming, though, if you want to get over here and try to do everything for Boogie Bash, you only have 5 hours. That's the one downside. You're paying a lot of money. I know money's important to everyone. We need it to live. But you're paying a lot of money for a very limited amount of time with these very special and unique characters in the park. We're talking from 6 p.m. to 11 at night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 to 7. 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11. I had to double check. You only get 5 hours to do everything in Oogie Boogie Bash, which can feel like a little bit of a rush, because then you have the parade. I believe the first parade is at 7:45, and another parade at 10 o'clock. But that parade, all right, let me tell you about the parade. It moves slow. You're going to think it's starting, but it's not starting. And it's a slow roller. So, if you are trying to catch the parade, I do recommend the last parade. But if you're standing where we are right now, again here at the end of Hollywood Boulevard, you won't be done with the parade until about 10:50, 10:45, 10:50. That only gives you about 10 minutes left to go and run and do whatever you want. So just keep that in mind. The first parade starts down there.
by Guardians of the Galaxy. The second parade starts on the opposite end of the park by the Silly Symphony Swings way over there. So it's your pick, your choice. A great place to see it though is here up and down Hollywood Boulevard. I've never had a bad viewing area here, and especially at that late night showing. I just recommend showing up for the later one, the 10:30 showing. Show up about 30 minutes before. If you want to catch that first parade, that 7:45 showing, I would recommend setting up about 6:30, about an hour before. It can get very crowded for that first showing. So hey, use that first showing time to go and run to the characters, do the treat trails. Bring a big bag. Speaking of treat trails, bring a big bag because they are going to be giving you a lot of candy. In my experience, I come out with pretty much a pillowcase that's filled like 3/4 of the way, and I got a big head, so that's a big pillowcase. So bring your own bag. They do give you a little teeny tiny bag about this big. About this big. They do give you a little canvas bag that you can carry around and go trick-or-treating. But the treat trails are filled with candy opportunities. On average, you're going to get maybe about 8 to 10 servings of candy per treat trail. Before and after you go into the line, and as you're going through the line, you're looking at the character like, oh my gosh, hi Hades, and he's like way over there. He doesn't even see you, but you're still waving, hi Hades, and the line's moving, you're shuffling along, and then all of a sudden there's a big old cart and some cast members throwing candy in your bag, and you go trick or treat, and the line's moving, so you got to keep her going. And then you're looking at Hades again, and next thing you know, you're running into another cart. You'll run into about 5 carts before you actually get to the character, and then maybe about another 2 to 4 at the end of the treat trail too. Once you say goodbye to Hades, bye Hades. I want to say goodbye to Hades. Goodbye Hades. Once you say goodbye, there's going to be about 3 to 4 more candy opportunities, and that's just one treat trail. So by the end of the night, if you're accepting all the candy every time, you're going to have a very heavy candy bag. You're going to have a lot of stuff. In fact, you might just have your candy load for Halloween and just give it out to the kids or adults. Adults can trick or treat too. You can just hand it out to the kids and adults who come up to your door for Halloween. Trick or treat. Here you go. Smell my feet. No, thank you. Now, another big thing is Villains Grove here for Oogie Boogie Bash. Villains Grove is a very unique experience in a Disney park. It actually takes place over at the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. Say that 5 times fast. Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. So right now, if you're heading over there during the daytime in DCA, you can't enter. There's no fun time right. Well, it's a fun time, but there's no playground available here in California Adventure Park through October. So keep that in mind. Now, Villains Grove tends to open up around, I think they open it up like around 7:30. They tend to wait until it's completely dark out, obviously, until the sun is gone, because right now in Southern California, sunset is around 7:30, 8 o'clock in the evening. And of course, that shifts back as we get closer toward the winter solstice, December 21st. So on my experience, it tends to open up around 8 o'clock. You can show up and start lining up pretty early. It is a walk-through only attraction. No characters are inside, but it is very cool. There's a lot of very cool visual effects, all themed to different villains of Disney movies. It's pretty sweet. I highly recommend taking the time out of your Boogie Bash night and walking through Villains Grove. They kind of funnel in people, let in groups of 20 people at a time. Wait right here, please. Come on in. Wait right here, please. So we can move a little bit. Last year, we waited maybe 25, no more than 30 minutes for it. The line went all the way down pretty much to the entrance of Grizzly Peak, where the airplane is. But Grillin's Grove. I'm grilling in the Grove. Whoa! But Villains Grove is a great thing. I really enjoy it. In fact, last year, I went in there like 4 times. It was pretty sweet. So definitely take that time out of your Boogie Bash if you're coming for Boogie Bash to hit up Villains Grove. But also keep in mind you only have 5 hours to do everything. Now, early in the event, I've noticed a lot of people tend to go to the characters here in Hollywood. They tend to have about 3 to 4 characters. I know they have one over here.
They have one behind, or right over there in the Hollywood studio by Monsters Inc. ride. And they usually have two right over here. In fact, if you noticed in the Animation Academy building, there were no benches in there. They took all the benches out because they make it a little zigzag walkway for a character opportunity. So you can do pretty much about half of the characters here in Hollywood area of DCA. But keep in mind, at 6 o'clock when the event starts, there's already going to be lines for these characters, especially over here on this side of the park. So I would recommend heading to the back of the park and then making your way back up front. And you can navigate this area during the parade. Remember, the first parade does start down there. It'll be out of this area by 8 o'clock. And so that's what I've noticed in my experience coming here over the years. A majority of the people tend to start here in Hollywoodland and then make their way toward the back of the park. But by the last hour, a lot of the kids are tired. I know I'm tired of lugging all this candy around. So, so I would recommend starting in the back of the park and then ending your evening here in the front, because there's so many characters super close within that last 30-minute window. You can just bounce around. You can go to Ernesto, and then you can go to Hades, and then Mr. Oogie Boogie himself, and just keep making the rounds real quick and scooping up those last-minute candy deals. Free candy for you. I'll share my candy with you. Let me say, hi Ed, I'm just checking on the chat. Do they have fog? They have a fog, yes, they have fog machines inside. Good question, Eddie. If you have a question like Eddie, guys, throw it into the chat, please. Security check. People are still flooding on out. What was I going to say? Yes, fog machines. Going back to Villains Grove, there is a strobe light warning and smoke effects used. So keep in warned, you're going to have flashing lights and smoke effects. So if any of that may affect you in a medical sense, please keep that in mind. I don't think there's a way they can accommodate with the smoke effects, but they're not super heavy at all. In fact, most of them are off on the sides of the trail, kind of more for a visual on the side. They're not going to be up in your face. It's not like a Halloween Horror Nights or Not Scary Farm smoke effect where you're walking through thick fog. Nothing of that nature, but it's very cool nonetheless. But there are use of lasers and flashing lights within that trail as well. No candy, though. No candy and no characters in Villains Grove, but I do put it way up high on the list of things to do for Oogie Boogie Bash. That's a great question. Good question. I appreciate it. Hello, Moni. And hi, Emily. It's like a porcupine. I figured since we're going to be talking, I might as well give you some good quality audio. And maybe we'll do this a little bit more. The only limitation in terms of using this mic is that I can't charge the phone while I use the mic, because the mic plugs into the back. Maybe I can get like a dual dingle hopper thing, but then that's a whole rig. And I do my best to keep my setup very low-key, very stealth mode. Because, I don't want to be trying to, look at me, I have a boom mic following me next. But it is pretty fun to use. I do enjoy this. I don't have to worry about talking to that side of the phone, since that's where it picks up the mic on the right side. On the bottom, if you're holding your phone vertically on an iPhone, the microphone's down here. Like, hello, it's not a phone at all. But you understand what I'm saying. Any other Quack Pack giveaway for the candy? Ooh, I don't know. I don't want to send candy out. You know what I mean? Like, well, one, it might not make it. What if the postman or the postal dog smells it and it's like, ooh, that's a Snickers bar. Give me that. Or maybe Newman from the post office, hashtag Seinfeld. Maybe Newman opens it up. He's all, Snickers. Maybe they get a little hungry too. They're working hard. But I think my fear is it melting. There's a lot of chocolate involved. You're going to be getting a lot of Snickers and Butterfingers. My favorite thing, though, they usually do have a health option at the end of the trail. Usually there's a healthier option. Now, these healthy options, I say healthier because a lot of things are still processed. It doesn't mean it's bad for you. It's just everything in moderation in life. But they tend to have carrot sticks. I know sometimes in years past, they've had dried apples, like little bags of frozen, dried, dehydrated. That's what I'm looking for. They had bags of dehydrated apples. Those are always delicious. The baby carrots are a good option. They'll have pretzel goldfish. And I don't know, I can't confirm. I will confirm tomorrow when we go on live. But one of my favorite snacks, not a sponsor, I forget the name, but I know their face. It's a little fig bar. They'll give you a little square fig bar like this, and they're blueberry flavored. They're so good. And Yaya and Christoph, if you're watching, thank you so much for that box that you sent us last season after I was like, oh, these are so good. Thank you so much for those fig bars. I still remember that. That was really kind of you guys. 2 flavors they sent. They sent raspberry and the blueberry. I don't know which one's better. But keep your eyes open if you're coming to Oogie Boogie Bash. Keep your eyes peeled like a banana for the fig bars, because those are pretty good too. I can't get enough of them. I ask for 2 sometimes. I'm like, can I get 2, please? And they're like, yeah, here, beat it, kid. I'm like, thank you. But overall, it's a good time. Just keep in mind, hey, that rhymed. Good time, keep in mind. Overall, I'm sorry. I have too much fun talking with you guys. It's a good time, but keep in mind, you are going to have 5 hours to do everything. You are going to feel pressed for time. And of course, with everything when it comes to a theme park, especially here in Disney, one thing I always get asked a lot of times on live is, what's the best strategy, or how can I do it all? And really, on Oogie Boogie Bash, you can do it all. But I always say prioritize what you want to do. If you really want to see the parade, make sure you're there before either showing to have a good spot. If you really want to see Syndrome, go over to Syndrome first. The event starts at 6 o'clock, but that doesn't mean you can't be in the park early. With an Oogie Boogie Bash ticket, you get access to the park right here in DCA where we're standing. You get to come into the park at 3 o'clock. Now, I would highly recommend doing that, getting here early, parking your car at 2:30, making your way to the gate, because at 3 o'clock you can enter the park with your Oogie Boogie Bash ticket. That's pretty good. I would highly recommend doing that, because a lot of people tend to get here at like 6 when it's like starting, like that hard start time. And yes, the event does start at 6, but you can get in a little bit earlier with your ticket. Now, if you're a Magic Key holder and you're coming into the park, I would highly recommend getting a reservation for the day that you are going to go to Oogie Boogie Bash. This is a little pro tip, little how to swing the bat, batting practice right now, little techniques. If you are a Magic Key holder, I highly recommend making a reservation for your Oogie Boogie Bash day alongside your ticket, because a lot of the times, if not every time, they have a separate line for Boogie Bash ticket entry, and that line can get backed up. But if you have a day ticket, or if you have a reservation with your Magic Key, you don't have to wait in that Oogie Boogie Bash special event line, no matter what time of day it is, until 6 o'clock. You can go right up to the other lines at the gate, boop, scan in, and then on the inside of the park, they have a check-in zone. So you can actually check in for Oogie Boogie Bash using your Boogie Bash ticket. You can check in inside the park. That tends to be near the entrance to Cars Land. And you can go in, if I'm a Magic Key holder, boop, scan in, skip the line, see you guys later. And I just walk over to Cars Land area. And you'll see the signs posted up. They're called lollipop signs because they look like a big old lollipop. Boom. They'll say event check-in with like an arrow pointing that way or that way. This way or that way. He went this way. No, he went that way. Sorry. Little Alice in Wonderland moment. So keep that in mind. It's a good way to kind of skip that front of the line in the front area of the park with people coming in, because they will have a specific line for Oogie Boogie Bash tickets no matter what time it is to enter. So keep that in mind too. But let's see. Characters, new characters, Syndrome, Oogie Boogie Bash tips, lots of candy involved. You will be hustling and bustling if you're trying to do it all, but just prioritize what you want to do. Like I'm going to prioritize Villains Grove. I think it opens around 8 o'clock again. It depends on the daylight hours of the Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun. Please shine down on me. Is that the right? Did I say it right? I think I said it right. But anyways, so just prioritize the things you want to do. And catch us online tomorrow. Again, I'm going to put it into the Discord. In fact, can we get a Discord link one more time? Just in case someone missed it. Because one, I want to see your artwork. We drew Cruella De Vil, and I'd love to see your artwork. But two, this is my artwork. I want to see your artwork. But two, I'm going to put a poll up. And I'll let you guys decide. It is TikTok Tuesday tomorrow. So nonetheless, we're going to have a TikTok stream.
But I can offer you, one-time deal. We could do a YouTube stream on Tuesday if you guys want to. I'll consider it. I'll look at the poll. I really like the polls because it's a good way to gauge like what you guys want to do. Now, sometimes I override. I hit the big override button. It's like, nah, I'm feeling this actually. But I do like getting your thoughts and opinions on different things and how we do them here as a community. So thank you for participating and being over there in the Discord. Let me go through the chat real quick. What is the costume of this year? I can't tell you. And Moni Mouse, what about photo ops? What kind of photo ops are you looking for? They do have a few set up. I know they tend to have one right by Carthay Circle, and all the photo ops will have your favorite photo pass there. But no characters in the photo ops, unless you're going to the front of Carthay Circle right there by the water fountain. I don't know. It's like you know what I'm talking about. The roundabout. That's what I was thinking of. If you're in the roundabout at the end of Buena Vista Street, there tends to be 3 character meeting points to make a little triangle. And different characters will walk up there. I know last year we saw Schmied there. We met Prince Hans there. And they do have a cast member there who will take your phone and they can take a picture with you. Those are very good photo opportunities. But a lot of the time when it comes to the larger characters, for instance, like Mr. Oogie Boogie or Hades, it is a moving line. So you just have to have your camera ready and, have someone there ready to take your picture or video as you walk by. Now you can, just don't stop. You can stop, but like they're gonna ask you to keep moving. So you could just like move slowly, and hey, it's Hades, or hey, it's Oogie Boogie. As long as you have someone there ready, always have your cameras ready at this event, just because it is a little bit fast paced, especially due to that time frame. Now I feel like the time frame there is getting a little bit shorter. Remember as a kid the not so scary Halloween that they used to have years ago. Yeah, that was years ago. I remember that used to go kind of late into the evening, definitely past 11 o'clock. So I find that kind of odd. But hey, villains have somewhere to be too. You're welcome, Moni. You're so welcome. Carrots and apples in the mail. I don't know if that will work. Nature Merrick, thank you. I'm going through the chat right now. Sorry, pardon me. I get really into looking at you. That sounds weird. I get really into looking in the camera when I'm presenting or talking with you guys like this. Maybe this will be a new way of live streaming with you guys too. So, because the mic really helps this out. I kind of tend to hold you close. Hold me tight, Beatles. I tend to hold you really close when I'm talking because the mic is on the bottom of the phone. But now the mic is right here. Oh, and it's firework time. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Oh, yeah, they're doing fireworks for Labor Day. No, they're not a special Labor Day show. It is the Halloween Screams. But they are doing pyro tonight. And then I believe pyro goes back to Friday through Sunday for the Halloweenkies season. But let me see Ernesto de la Cruz. Eddie, he tends to be right over here, right over my right shoulder at the... Well, let me show you. Ernesto tends to be right through here at the Hyperion Theater. And Jennifer, again, if you guys want to know my costume, you're going to have to tune in tomorrow. Okay, how about this? Now, I'll give you a good hint. I've already given a few hints over the past couple of weeks, the hints I've given so far. And if you have any more questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to put them into the comments as I'm talking and walking. But here are the hints for my costume so far. It's not a character. In fact, it's not anything from a franchise. It's not connected to DC, Marvel, Disney, Scooby-Doo, TMNT, Care Bears. Oh, I should be a Care Bear one here. That'll be fun. No, it's not a character at all. Those have been the 2 hints that I've given. But I'll give you one more hint. In fact, here's the hint. It's not Disney related at all. I'm gonna be type of food. If I were to dress up as food, what kind of food do you think I'd be? A hot dog? Ooh, an egg? Just be a big egg. That'd be fun. Ooh, a piece of bacon.
I think food costumes are pretty fun. I could be a pickle. Oh, I didn't think about that. I should have been a pickle. I should have. I have to return my costume. I have to return it for tomorrow. I want to be a pickle. That would be so good. So good. Burn, burn, so good. And of course, you gotta say hello to the hidden Mickeys over here by Animation Academy. You have a few hiding back here. You have the Popper from the Prince and the Popper. I like those. I love a good hidden Mickey. And let me know, can you hear the fireworks through the microphone? I see the receivers kind of picking it up. Eve, a pickle takeover. We could have someone like a jar, like chasing us. Like, hey, get back here, get back, get back in the jar. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Because I can do cool things with the mic too, like this. Let me adjust the audio level. Let me see if this does anything. Okay. Because I know I can adjust the pickup. Here we go. Is it quieter now? It should be a little bit more quieter. Oh, look at this. I'm just going to stand here for a while. Whoa. Philomore, they put a Moana window display at Disney? Maybe I'll go check it out. How does the mic sound now? I adjusted the level, the gain, when I put the gain down a little bit, so I really don't know how I sound now. How do I sound? Hello? Do I sound spooky? It was the night before Christmas. And all through the... Wait, that's not a scary story. I think because fireworks have such a high volume blast, it's essentially an explosion. It's boom, and with explosions come shockwaves, and that's why I really love fireworks. Not only do they put on a fun show, but you can actually. It's a good way to see how fast sound moves. Like, just watch. See, those popped about 3 seconds ago, but it flew over here. I sound far away. I'll put the gain back up. We're just having fun with the mic right now. Is that better, Merrick? Yeah, Philip, I put the gain down just for a second. If you don't know what gain is on a microphone, it's pretty simple. It is what it sounds like. Quite literally, get it? When you turn down the gain, it's how much sound is accepted by the microphone, or it also limits the volume intake. So it's kind of like putting a limiter on a NASCAR, a restrictor plate. You guys are a can of soup, Eve? I'll be a can of soup. I could be a cream of broccoli. And hey, Ed, good to see you in the chat. Scrolling through the chat, seeing what I missed while I was chatting with you guys about the parks here in September. It's actually a pretty decent view of the fireworks. I'm gonna keep this in mind for the future. Merrick, that seems about right. About a mile away. How did you do the calculation? I'd love to know. Wow. Yeah, Merrick, I'd love to know how you did that calculation. That's very cool. These fireworks, since remember Fullerton and Anaheim area, this whole area used to be agriculture. In fact, even before the farms, it was a very prosperous river valley, much like Los Angeles used to be. Whoa! Ooh. Oh, I like those green and purples. That's pretty cool. Ooh, that's a big one. Whoa! Whoa! Everybody scream! I think it's that part. Happy Halloween! Ah! I think I had that timing right. Huh, ooh, an airplane. Man, they must have had the pilots must have had a good view. You can see the little plane up there. Ooh, but back to the sound of fireworks. Yeah, they're pretty much an explosion, and with explosions you have shock waves, and so that sends out the boom in a big radius. Since it's like a ball going up in the air, it sends out a big radius of sound that can travel quite far. And thanks to the layout of the land here in Anaheim, Fullerton, Buena Park, this big, what used to be a river valley, what is now ventured into agriculture years later. And well, now we have Disneyland in a big urban sprawl. Due to the flatter layout, the sound travels so far away. Years ago, about, I don't even know, 8 years ago, I used to work at a grocery store. Yeah, that's right. Um, but I'd be outside, bringing carts in, collecting carts. And I was about maybe 13, 14 miles away at that location. And I would hear the fireworks. It'd be like 9:30. I'd be outside collecting because the store closed at like at 10. So I'd start collecting the carts. And I'd be like, what's that sound? And I was like, oh, that's the fireworks at Disneyland. So yeah, the sound really does travel. And if you're coming in on the 5 freeway, which is the major freeway right here outside of Disneyland, in either direction, if you're coming westbound from LA, if you're coming eastbound from Tustin or further from Orange County, at 9:30 you will see the fireworks. So just don't get distracted. Drive safely. It's a very common occurrence, especially right outside the park where the 5 passes by in the Matterhorn area. You'll see cars with their hazard lights on, and a lot of people pull over to to watch the fireworks from the freeway. It's pretty cool to see that. It's a very unique viewing area. I will say that. Another great place. Remember, maybe you don't want to deal with the crowd. Another good place is the top of the Mickey and Friends parking structure for any fireworks show, because you can see the ones from the castle. You can see them coming right in front of your face because you're near the launch zone up there. It's really a very unique view as well. Yeah, the sound of those fireworks travel super duper far. Any last minute questions, comments, concerns about an upcoming trip here in September? Remember, lots of ride closures, especially in Fantasyland. We have Dumbo coming up in a few weeks, closing for 2 days. We have Thunder Mountain closing tomorrow, apparently, with Radiator Springs Racers here in DCA being closed until the 25th of this month. So pretty much of the entirety of this month, Radiator Springs Racers is going to be closed. You see Cars Land way down there. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Right, Lynn? I love the purple lights too. That's why. Oh, and look, look, look! I'll make it cinematic for you. Ooh, the moon coming out behind the trees. Arroo. And let me put it in a wide lens, see how it looks. Oh, baby, look at that. That's spooky. Philip, you won't be here till October 4th. I will wait for you, my friend. Can't wait to see you back in the park. And hey, thank you. We're at 56 thumbs up tonight. You guys are amazing. Alex B, have a good night. Right, Ivan? 'Twas the night before Halloween, and all through the house, every creature was stirring, even the mouse. There were lots of chocolate bars, some from Mars. Get it, Mars bar? But I think the scariest of them all tonight is that I can't get on cars. Oh, Dr. Seuss, who? Get it? Because the Cars ride is closed. I love the purple too here. We'll take another lap before the Central Park Rangers come. Gisela, the ducky is returning. Have fun. Hi, Dinosaur King. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about your upcoming trip in September, please, now's a great time in the chat. I've pretty much gone through my itinerary of what I wanted to talk about. And of course, there's a lot of new food options too. Although it's been hard, I will say it's hard, but we can save that whole chat for our Wednesday, Waddle Wednesday, healthy stream. But it's hard to say no to the food. But therefore, I don't quite know a lot of the food options. I know there's a lot of new churros and sweet delicacies. The Mars Bar Factory's in Chicago. That's pretty cool. I can't say if I've had an actual Mars bar. I've had a Butterfingers. I've had a Milky Way. I've had Almond Joy and Mounds. What are the difference between Almond Joys and Mounds? Because Almond Joys have almonds, right? What does Mounds have? Does Mounds have a nut in there? What is the difference between a Mounds and an Almond Joy? I know they both have coconut shreds, which are quite tasty. Ooh, the moon's looking extra spooky now. Mounds only has coconuts. Ah, gotcha. Arturo, good to see you. Good evening. The Butterfinger Company's in Chicago too. Hey, Gisela, yes, you can catch the fireworks / projections in Galaxy's Edge. That will be at 9:30. Just remember, fireworks through Halloween tend to be Friday through Sunday. Fireworks through Halloween tend to be Friday through Sunday. They had fireworks tonight for the holiday, for the Halloween screen show. But for a majority of the weekdays, you will get the projection show. So keep that in mind. Also, if you guys are coming to the parks, I'll just keep reiterating what we said in case you missed it. If you are coming to the parks from now through the end of October, DCA will close early at 6 p.m. every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday for Oogie Boogie Bash. Lots of things happening in Oogie Boogie Bash. If you're coming, keep in mind you only have 5 hours to do everything that you want to do. So get here early. Your ticket has early entry. I think you can come in about 3 o'clock with your ticket. If you're a Magic Key holder or if you have a day ticket to California Adventure, I highly recommend making a reservation for that day. That way you don't have to wait in any line outside of Boogie Bash crowd coming into the park, because they will have a check-in section just about right here at the tip of my finger where those orange lights are. Tickle, tickle, tickle. They'll have a check-in section for people inside the park already. Oh! And we will be live tomorrow on Oogie Boogie Bash. That's our Boogie Bash night. I only got one ticket this year. I know we came a handful of times last year, but there's a lot of Halloween activities that I'd love to try to share with you guys. And while Not Scary Farm is coming too, I'm excited for Not Scary Farm. I love walking around with you guys and just seeing how many times I get scared by the scare actors. But these purple lights are something else, man. MST, hello. Bum, 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 bum. Why are they playing God Save the Queen for a minute? But again, if you had any questions, comments, concerns about your upcoming trip in Disneyland Resort here for September, let me know. Remember, a lot of Fantasyland rides will be going down. Right now, currently, we still have Casey Jr. and the Storyboat Canals. They've been down for about 2 weeks for refurbishment, and we do not have a reopening date. Now, tomorrow, Thunder Mountain will be closing without a reopening date as well. And Radiator Springs Racers, another big attraction, currently closed through September 25th. Currently closed through September 25th. Halloween screens can be caught Friday through Sundays, starting at 9:30 p.m. That's the fireworks show with projections during the weekdays. Oh, you're so scary, Mr. Oogie Boogie. During the weekdays, you can catch the projection show, though, which is still very fun. Rebecca, I need to send some messages out. Just had a little bit of a busy day. I also had to make sure I got to the gym. It was Labor Day, you know? Happy Labor Day, everyone. Take the day off. Hope you enjoyed your Labor Day. Yeah, keep your eyes open. And hello, MST, I love the energy. MST saying hello to everybody. Let's go say hello to a hidden Mickey in honor of MST being here. Welcome to the Quack Pack. If you're new here, we hope you hit that subscribe button. Join our community, the Quack Pack, and waddle with us today here at Disneyland. As you know, hi, I'm your host, Danny. Good to see you. Self-proclaimed host with the most, but I do love sharing the hidden Mickeys and little secrets and some history. And out here, we're outside this park's version of Club 33, 1901. It's the equivalent of Club 33 here. But check it out. There's a little Mickey on the floor right there. Tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, tickle, tickle. He's upside down. There's a lot of cool things, I believe, through our normal streams. If you know, from the ground to the top of every building, inside and outside, there's something cool to find, a story to be found. And there is, in fact, a little button. We can talk about that maybe on Wednesday. But there's a few buttons here. There's actually 2 of them. There's about one right here, like another one like right here. As story goes, during the opening of Snow White and the 7 Doors at the Carthy Circle out in Hollywood, Shamama Hamanama Hollywood, one of Walt Disney's buttons popped off and fell into the concrete. Allegedly. Now, I wasn't there, so I can't confirm nor deny the validity of that story, but it's a fun one, and they do have the buttons there. I love this one. Just quick little snaps for you guys to end the stream as we walk out. I love this one. It's the equivalent of the partner statue in Disneyland, except one big difference is the partner statue in Disneyland is on a pedestal.
But here on Buena Vista Street, it is on the ground floor. As Buena Vista Street, it's kind of like a representation of Walt's arrival in Hollywood. Coming from closing down his, ooh, it's getting spooky. Ooh. Getting spooky. Bruce, how are you, man? Good to see you. I'm doing well, man. Quack, quack, Bruce. But yeah, Buena Vista Street's kind of like a representation of the Hollywood Walt arrived in. Starting from the ground up, in a sense, in animation, closing down his Kansas City animation studio after going bankrupt and swindled by what is now NBC Universal. But coming to Hollywood and starting from the ground up, I love that. It's really fun. Now, I do like the Headless Horseman here, too. It's really cool. It really brings that Halloween aspect to the park. And I have to say, and I say it every year, oh, there's a guy following me. Every year, I have to agree with myself. DCA has, in my opinion, has better Halloween decor. Like, look at this. He's got smoke coming out his nose. Hey, it's me, the Headless Horseman. Have you seen my head? That's pretty cool. Now, Disneyland does have some good decor. My favorite piece of decor over there is the Halloween tree. There's a whole story behind that. Ray Bradbury's Halloween tree. That's in Frontierland, a nice big orange tree lit up. Well, the tree's not orange, but it's lit up with orange lights. That'll be funny. Oh, this tree is orange. Anyways, no, not an orange tree like oranges are growing in it. It's a tree. I think it's an oak tree that is decorated with these wonderful orange and yellow lights, and has a bunch of pumpkins hanging on inside of it. It's really cool. But like, you don't get the spooky ambiance because this is where they have Oogie Boogie Bash, so they got to keep it spooky. Cars Land as well, amazing Halloween decor. In fact, Cars Land even steps it up. Oh, and there's the Central Park Rangers over there. So we'll start walking out. Cars Land is really cool too because on the normal day-to-day, throughout the regular, summer season or any normal season, non-holiday related, they do what is called Shaboom. Life couldn't be a dream if I could take you up into paradise from above. Now tell me, darling, I'm the only one that you love. Life can be dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Anyways, every night or every day, your preference. Oh, and they're... Oh, look, it's Captain Hook. They do it at sunset. But for Halloween season, instead of doing Shaboom when all the lights go on in Cars Land, it's like a little turning on of the lights. Instead of doing it to Shaboom, they do it to I Put a Spell on You. That's pretty cool. Hey, it's me, Captain Hook. Have you seen Peter Pan? That's my impression of Captain Hook. Ooh, they're making churro toffee this late in the night. Mmm. This is the toffee there. Then they're going to dip it. I think maybe they're probably prepping for tomorrow. You can see her back there with these little white pitchers, and inside of it is that, I don't know if it's like a white chocolate. I haven't had one in a while, but they dunk it in the white goodness, then they dust it, and then they dust it again, and then you got your Cheerio toffee, your cinnamon toffee, as it's called. I think the price went up on it though. I think it's almost like $10 a square now, almost. I remember like 2 years ago, it was like $8.50, seven something. No more than $8.50. But hello everyone, if you're just tuning in, good evening. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Hope you had a wonderful Labor Day. And again, if you have any last minute questions or comments or concerns about your upcoming trip here to the Disneyland Resort in September, now's a great time to throw it into the chat as we leave DCA. We spoke about Oogie Boogie Bash, time frames, ride closures, the show schedules. So if you want to, feel free to rewind, be kind, and rewind the live stream. A lot of those questions will be answered, but I also like a question in the chat too. It's always fun, gives me something to talk about. Or else I start rambling about random things, like I don't even know, like roller coasters and how they work, and how the magnets, the electric current magnets, LIMs as they're called, and how they propel vehicles. They in fact have a few here. One good example is the Incredicoaster being an LIM launched coaster, but it wasn't always. Actually, I believe it used to be a hydraulic launch back in the day when it first opened. Then they updated it and they added those cool looking shark fins. Those are the magnets, and well, an electric current gets pushed into those pieces of metal, creating a magnetic field. And have you ever noticed when two magnets try to meet, two opposite polarizations, they don't work. They kind of create a field of energy. It's like, wow, you know what I mean? Bruce, thank you, man. Bruce helping us out with the super chat. My voice cracked. Blackjack, good to see you, man. Good evening. Where shall I put you down? We have unlimited power now that I can put you down and talk to you. Let me see. Oh, well, this is a good little area. I'll put you down right here on this can. No one can sneak up behind me over here. Ha ha, ha ha. Okay, dokie, let me put you down here. What a wonderful view, look at that. But now that I have the mic on, I don't have to stand behind. Oh, yeah, you can. Oh, that's my shoulder. I was like, you can see the gimbal. But that's right, it's me, my shoulder. But see, now with these mics, I've had them for a while. I wasn't comfortable bringing them because then I can't charge the phone. But since we've been doing shorter streams in the past few months, I think now it's a good time to pull them out and, have some fun. Like I can do this now. Wee, and you can still hear me. Wee. Oh, I'm dizzy. I got a little dizzy. That was pretty fun. But yeah, I could walk away comfortably from the phone for a few distance, and I don't have to be hunkered behind you like this, talking to one side of the phone. So this is pretty cool. I can see the chat. Let me put the chat. What's up, chat? Chat, is this real? Are we really at Oogie Boogie? Not right now. We will be at Oogie Boogie Bash tomorrow night, guys. So join us, please. I'd love to see you all in the stream. I'm still unsure if I'll do TikTok or YouTube tomorrow. Personally, I think a YouTube stream would be fun. That way you can tune in and out of the stream. And if you miss something, you can go back. Yoo-hoo! Hello, Mr. Oogie Boogie. But I like knowing your opinions too and what you think. But nonetheless, I will be live on TikTok tomorrow. It is TikTok Tuesday after all, and that is our dedicated day to be live on TikTok. Because I know we have a lot of duckies, a lot of Quackback members, people in our online community here who really do enjoy the TikTok stream. It is a different environment. It's a little bit faster in terms of the chat, but also sometimes you just like to have your phone here, or maybe you just put it down and leave it. I might be on a TV right now, so hello to that side of the room. Hello to that side if you're on that side of the room. If you're down there below the TV, maybe you have the TV mounted. Hello down there. Maybe the TV's below you. Hello up there. So that's pretty cool too. Join us on Discord. It's a great way to stay up to date, knowing when we're live, where we're going to be, what platform we're going to be on, all that jazz, all that fun stuff. And I did something new today. I did a post on YouTube. I know you can do that. I don't know who sees it, how you see it. It's not post like a video. Oh, you scared me. You got me there, Oogie Boogie. I put a post up too, so maybe if you're scrolling YouTube, I know that sounds weird.
Scrolling YouTube. Monorail. I need a cameraman for. Oh, wrong way. You can see the monorail over there. Ow. Over here, cameraman. See? Oh, I put a post up on YouTube saying, hey, we're going live 8:30. This is what we're doing. So that was pretty fun too. I'll keep your eyes open for some fun stuff like that. There's a new thing too. I see they have fans now. What is this on YouTube? You have XP points now. What is this, like a video game? Ivan, thank you so much for the Discord. I'm gonna pin Ivan up to the top, guys. If you want to join our community off the air and stay up to date and stay connected, why can't I pin it? There we go. Haha, I did it. If you want to join us, click that link wherever your chat is. There is a link at the top of the chat for Discord. It's not a spam link, don't worry. Mr. Oogie Boogie's very talkative tonight. It's not a spam link. It's a link to our Discord server, which is pretty much just like a little chat room. I can stay in contact with you. You guys can talk to each other there. It's like a public forum almost for the Quack Pack community called the Quack Chat. But I am going to be putting a poll up in there later this evening. I'll put it up for like 14. I don't know. I'll set the time, a good amount of time. That way I can see your opinion where you would want to see Oogie Boogie Bash happening if you'd want to see it here on YouTube or on TikTok tomorrow. But I will do a little TikTok stream beforehand or maybe even during. So stay tuned. And that's a great way to stay tuned and stay up to date. It's like, oh, look, there's a link. Boop. And then you're in the live stream and you can say, hello, everybody. And then everyone's going to go, hello. And then you're going to say, hello again. How are you? And then they're going to tell you how they're doing. And then you can tell, and then I'm going to be walking around like this while that's happening. So that's cool. It's great. And I'd love to see a few more new faces over there in the Discord. It's a great way to stay connected. But also, I will leave this live stream open. Our live streams do become member only. Big thank you. This is for the members. Ding. Thank you to our members. You guys have fun access to all of our replays, going all the way back to day one 2 years ago, a little more than 2 years ago now, 2 years and a month. So thank you to our channel members who help support and continue our live streaming journey. Really, it helps us get to and from the park. Beep, beep. You help fill up the Duckmobile. Big thank you to Bruce for the super chat tonight. I really do appreciate that. There's a cockroach. I mean, it's the roach from WALL-E. No, stay over there, please. No interviews right now, Mr. Cockroach. Thank you. Please respect my privacy at this time. Thank you to our channel members. You guys really do help keep the wheels rolling on the Duckmobile. I really appreciate it. Become a member today. Hey, it's only $4.99. You get to watch all of our replays. But I will keep this live replay open for, I don't know. How about this? Whenever I go to bed, I'll close it down. Boop. I'll put it in the Discord, closing the live so you guys know. But feel free to rewind if you're just tuning in. Feel free to go back to the beginning. We started tonight with Animation Academy. We drew Cruella De Vil. Join us on Discord and share your Cruella De Vil with us because I'd love to see the artwork. We have a lot of amazing artists here in the community. Definitely better than me. I'll show you mine right now. But it's so fun. I really do enjoy seeing that you guys draw along with me while we're going to Animation Academy. And it's kind of like, hey, like they did it too. And it's really cool. Like this is my version of Cruella tonight. We've been doing it every Monday. So if you want to go, if you're a member, you want to go back a few Mondays. Oh, I see two roaches out here. I'm like doing a little roach tango out here. That's crazy. Okay. If you're a member, feel free to go back to like the past month of Mondays because we have been going to the Animation Academy a lot. But big shout out to everyone who tuned in and drew along tonight. And a big thank you for uploading your image to Discord. We have a photo section for, fun photos and stuff. And that's, you can throw it in there. I'll applaud you for that. You guys are great artists. Okay, well, without further ado, let me check the chat one more time. See if there's any questions, comments, concerns. Last calls. If you're coming to September. If you're coming here to Disneyland in September. Last call. I mean, of course, during every stream. just shoot out a question. But I did do a little info session, I guess you want to call that. Just giving you like little tidbits you should know if you're coming here, like ride closures, park closures. DCA closes 6 p.m. every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday through October now, from today through October, for Oogie Boogie Bash. Fun little tips and tricks if you're going to Oogie Boogie Bash, things like that. So feel free to be kind and rewind. Good night, Twinkle El Paso. I see you. Who's going to bed? Yeah, Twinkle's going to bed. Good night, Twinkle. Good night, Philip Mora. Hi, Lynn. Thank you, Lynn. Yes, MSD, please enjoy the chat, enjoy the stream, but some people do like their privacy, and we have to respect that. That's why I say no interviews, please. Please respect my privacy in this trying time. It's a joke going like a year ago. Someone thought I was doing an interview, but I was kind of talking with someone. That was funny. Anyways, no interviews. Oh, okay. I thought I said goodnight. Oh, wait, who said goodnight? I'm not going to bed. Is it Rebecca that's going? Good night. Good night to everyone. How about that? There we go. Good night to everybody. If you're going to sleep, sweet ducky dreams. Again, if you're just tuning in, feel free to rewind the stream. I'm going to keep it open till maybe about 2 a.m. Whenever I go to bed. I'll close it down to our members. Shout out to the channel members. Like I said, you guys keep the wheels rolling here. I really do appreciate it. You keep the wheels on the Duckmobile on the road. So thank you. Thank you for your support. I really love it. And I love you guys. You're awesome. Go rewind, though, if you're just tuning in. Go start the stream. We start at Animation Academy. We drew Cruella De Vil. Join us on Discord, because I'd love to see your Cruella De Vil artwork inside the Discord tonight. Or tomorrow, if you decide to watch tomorrow. Or whenever. Hey, it's me, Oogie Boogie. Maybe I should have gone to the other side. Oogie Boogie's pretty loud. But it's Halloween season here. How can you not hang out with Oogie Boogie while we're out here? So let me just double check the chat before I say my final goodbye. You're leaving me here at Disneyland so I can chat with you through the phone. Bye-bye, Brianna Banana. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Let me see. I just don't want to miss anyone. I know here on YouTube, especially when I'm standing like this, I can't see the chat. The camera's facing me. The screen's on the opposite side. So I do like to get through there, though, because you guys are the stream, you know? Let me see. What have I missed? Again, we got Bruce's super chat. Bruce super chatting 10 thumbs up. Holy moly, he's a celebrity. Whoa. Good night, Lynn. Good night, Lynn. And hey, we hit 62 thumbs up tonight. I like that. You guys are awesome. A thumbs up really helps us out. And a subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Well, let me introduce myself. Let me go to hair and makeup real quick. Do I look better? Hi, welcome if you're new here. I'm your host with the most about Disneyland, and that's Oogie Boogie. Cut. All right, let's do this again. If you're new here, welcome to the Quack Pack. I'm your host with the most about Disneyland here in Anaheim, California. Danny McDuck here. We love doing hidden Mickeys, showing them to you guys, walking around the park, sharing some park history, fun facts, cool things. And tomorrow night, we have Oogie Boogie Bash. So join us on Discord. It is pinned to the top of the comment section. You will be updated and you stay in the know and stay connected. But most importantly, I will be sending a stream link to when we go live for Oogie Boogie Bash. And I'll also put a poll up there tonight so I can see your opinion if you want to watch it on YouTube or if you want to watch it on TikTok. I just like to get that user opinion to see what I should do. But, in the end, I make the call because I'm holding the camera. But I'm leaning toward YouTube. That way, if you come in late, you can tune in and rewind and catch back up. So that's what I'm thinking. But without further ado, remember that you are important. And the only way that you can be there for the people that you are important to is to take care of yourself. Go for a walk. Eat an apple. My favorite example in the past few weeks has been, choose a serving of veggies. I know it's hard, but choose a serving of veggies over the cheeseburger. Oh. And I love a good cheeseburger. Oh, I know it's hard, but you got to make these harder choices to take care of yourself, to be there for the people that you are important to, here online and in your real world. because I know there's a whole world, a whole new world. I know there's a whole world outside of the internet, and you're important to those people as well as people here. So take care of yourself. Don't forget, you have no obligation to be the person you were 5 minutes ago. You have no obligation to be the person you were yesterday. So improve yourself. There it is. You don't have to be who you were yesterday. You can change it. It's a brand new day. Make those good choices. Take care of yourself. And I will see you tomorrow on live stream. Join the Discord, all that jazz. Alrighty. Quack, quack. And bye-bye. Good night, El Paso. MST, keep if you want to add people, that's fine. Just ask their permission first, and feel free to join in on the Discord. Be good to see you over there. Bye bye, Money Mouse. Brianna Banana, happy birthday to Mama Estrada. Happy birthday to you. Wait, let me get in front of the camera for this one. This is important. Bye, Skittle Whittles. MST, please respect the boundaries of others. I appreciate it. We will hit you with the bonk hammer. Bonk. We haven't done that in a while. So yeah, just play nice and enjoy the streams. Okay, MST, that's a little bit too far. If one of our amazing moderators want to handle MST for a little bit, just put him on timeout for the rest of the stream. I'm going to end in 5 minutes anyways. But MST, you'll get another chance in the next YouTube stream. I will remember the name. Keep it cool. Keep it classy. Bye, Peyton. Sam. Hi, Sam. I don't know why Sam's chat was way up here all of a sudden. Yes, again, you know what, Rebecca? I got you. I don't know. Sometimes our moderator, they're not required to be here every stream. So, Ivan and El Paso. Woo! Thank you, guys. Thank you for putting him on timeout. Nyati nyati. I haven't said that in so long. I know. It's not nice to ban. We didn't ban him. We just put him on timeout. But that used to happen so much on TikTok. Weird things. People are weird. Not saying you're weird, MST. Just respect the boundaries of others here in the chat. Rebecca, we're sorry about that. But I haven't been able to do that in so long. Nyati nyati, MST. Nyati nyati. You're on timeout. That's from Borat. Anyways, I have a chat. King of the Castle. Borat's on YouTube, by the way. Go watch it. It's free to watch. This is for Mama Estrada real quick. I know I walked away already, but here we go. Longtime Quack Pack member, Brianna Banana. Happy birthday to Mama Estrada. Everyone, all together. Remember, it's in the third signature. 1, 2, 3. So you start on 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to Mama Estrada. Happy birthday to Mama Estrada. I don't know where you are watching. Happy birthday, Mama Estrada. Happy birthday to you. Quack, quack. Happy birthday, Mama Estrada. Hope you had a wonderful birthday and a wonderful Labor Day with your family. And shout out to Brianna Banana. Quack, quack. And shout out to the moderators. MST, you're nyati nyati, but you will have another opportunity to redeem yourself by playing nice in our next YouTube stream. But I will be watching you. I don't know what side of the room you're on. All right, you guys take care of yourself. I'll see you tomorrow. Join the Discord to stay up to date. Quack, quack. And bye-bye. Okay, now I can do the cool exit. Ooh. No, Peyton, you're good. Thank you to our moderators again, and moderator Emily, I'll pin you up. There we go. Just a reminder, please, don't ask others in the chat about personal information, including age, address, or even social media.
Hey down there. Boom.
And again, a big thank you to moderators Ivan Vera and Twinkle El Paso for helping take care of that. Appreciate it, guys. Okay, everybody, take care. I'm signing off now. I'm gonna hit the end button. Jennifer, it's good to see you in the chat. Feel free to watch the replay. We had fun in Animation Academy, and then I just kind of chatted with you guys about what to know here in September if you're on your way to the resort for September. And again, big thank you to our moderators. Big thank you to Bruce for the super chat. Much love to the channel members, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
I am the shadow of the moon at night, filling your dreams.